subjects. This is a formative section, and this is based on the school's adherence to doing assessment for per substrand, so that you're able to come here and see what areas need attention per different subjects. Let's say, for example, wanted to see 4B. So you're able to have a little bit of visibility for these formative areas, and especially if the records and data is available. So this is dependent on the school's adherence to doing assessment for formative areas. So the other thing is that you can be able also to view is summative, which is a NEC results. So once the NEC results are published, they always appear here and you're able to have visibility. Let me move on to another one. So the CBC curriculum, subject or learning areas and strands and substrands are well mapped here for reference for the teachers. And this helps them when they're doing a lot of work in terms of lesson planning, schemes of work, and so many other things. Attendance, which is a feature for teachers, when they come into a class, all students will appear present, because you might have 2 or 3 cases where the student never showed up, which are absent. And if you have set up settings for communications, once a student is marked absent, a parent can be sent a notification so that they're able to report to school and explain the whereabouts of the student. This is the exam section where you set up the exam calendar, whether you do an opener, midterm, and end term assessments. So you set it up. Results will always appear here, and it's for different classes, and you can be able to generate report cards real time. So this approvals hub is for admins, where you have different teachers maybe have submitted schemes of work, lesson planning, or grades that needs approval. So you can manage everything here under the approvals hub. Lesson plans is kind of like the actual ones. When teachers submit the schemes of work, will always appear in this page. When the results are ready, you can release results, and this will be sent to through SMS and also through emails to the parents, and also they also appear on the parents and the students portal. So finance is a robust one. Has so many features, everything that a school needs, from fee structures, invoices, payments, discounts, adjustments, reconciliations, daily collections, aging reports, payment commitments. That's a very important one for most schools, because we find a lot of parents who say, I'll pay at the end of the month. So this system is able also to track those commitments, and you can be able to see how many pending commitments are there, how many have been fulfilled, how many have been missed, and how many are chronic defaulters, so that you can be able to manage your finances better. You have for the finance team, they can be able to set up chart of accounts, different funds, vote heads, bank accounts, payment channels. Is where for schools that want integrations with the different banks that they bank with. Finance settings, that's where you do the settings. You do all the way trial balancing, general ledger, fee statements, and reports. So all these are very important, and that means that you're able to manage almost everything in a school setting. Timetabling, this is a very important feature for most schools. And here you're able to set up a master timetable, week block view, and teacher schedules. And just to give a quick view, as a leadership or the school admin, you're able to view the principal head teacher. You can view the whole school timetable. This is for Monday. So you can have visibility of what's happening for various classes. You can also be able to view for the whole week for all the grades and all subjects. So this is where you have the visibility. and you can be able to print and download the PDF. You can have visibility per teacher, and this, for example, be Collins and Dash. So this is how busy the week looks like. Very busy, and this is just a demo. So you have a lot of visibility, and you're able to manage so many items for the school interests. So these sections for the timetable, managing timetables, room and venues. Room and venues where you actually manage different rooms like labs that are shared resources, so that you can ensure there's no conflicts. So for HR management, we have all the needed features to do HR management. You have the HR dashboard, leave management, staff attendance, payroll, staff salaries is where you set them up, you run the payrolls here. You can also run the appraisals for the teachers, depending on the different things that you want to appraise the teachers on, or you set them as frameworks. Appraisal cycles is when now you're actually doing the actual appraisals for different teachers. So for example, this is the credit scoring, and you have different teachers here. I would just give an example here for karaoke, which is already almost completed. So this is how the appraisal scoring looks like, and a lot of these things they are customizable because you can set up what you want to assess for different teachers, and therefore it will also give you summary actions of how the assessments looks like by each category and all comments, and you can download that as a PDF. So that's the HR section. Just going them overview, and then we'll kind of have briefs for each of these portals, these features one by one. Communication, you can set up more than 50 plus communication settings for late attendance, fees, reminders, for schools that want even to celebrate birthdays and so many other anniversaries. You can set them up here. This is quality and feedback. This is where you can actually be able to ensure that you get feedback for your staff, for your teachers, and a lot of these things are anonymized so that you can be able to know where you're lacking as a school and where a lot of things need to be improved. So this is where you set up the campaigns, and this helps the school to be able to know where you have gaps so that you can be able to change and improve. Report cards is generated in this section. Setup, this is when you're setting up the school. We set up the classes, the subjects, the calendars, set up wizards. We can quickly view report cards, and these are customized depending on the school. Let me say, for example, A is for A. So let's, for example, generate for James Mutua. You can go to generate for, and as a teacher, you're able to put the remarks here, the head teacher here, and you generate a PDF report card. You have a report card here that's ready to be shared to the students and also the parents.